Hello, my beautiful darlings. My name is Katie of Rose Bloom Readings. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today's reading, my loves, is a romance reading. We are going to be looking into what is next for you in love. I was wondering if it was supposed to be specifically messages for people who are single or specifically people who are in relationships or have a pre-existing connection. But Spirit said, just let's mix it up. Let's jumble it all up together. So I feel like that's going to really add to the confirmations of the messages that you get, where in the reading it comes up, single connection, yada 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 yada, um, blah 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 blah. So this is for everybody. And I mean, this is a timeless reading, my darlings. They're always timeless readings unless I specify otherwise. But at the time I'm filming this, we are just coming out of a beautiful full moon in Leo and just heading into Valentine's season, where the collective is feeling a lot of emotions, feeling mushy, feeling gushy. Oh, God. Sorry. Hey now. So I mean, the energy is really, 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 really high, really, really good. This reading has needed to come out. I've had such a psychic headache for like 3 days and have had so many naps, which I don't, if you know me, you know I don't sleep. So the fact that my body was not only like, no, go to bed at a reasonable hour, but also you need more, and that I gave in and actually listened. So their energy is very, 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 very strong. And I feel like needing that rest pertained to this reading because it feels like there's big things coming, very big things coming, regardless of if you're seeing this right when it's first posted or fucking 3 years down the line. It feels like very big energy coming. So exciting things, my darlings. As always, I will have timestamps down below in the description box for the different piles. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, my darlings, it could be that you have messages that are meant for you in each pile that you feel drawn to. Take the messages that resonate, my darlings. Leave behind what doesn't for those who are meant to receive it. I did that before the pile numbers, so threw myself off there. Anyway, we have pile number 1, the green card, pile number 2, the blue card, pile number 3, the pink card, and pile number 4, the orange card. Take your time, my darlings. Take as long as you need. Meditate on it. If you feel drawn to it instantly, then let's get started, my babies. Hello, 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 my beautiful beloveds. Pile number 1, if you picked this green card, this is your reading on what is coming for you, what is next. What is next for you in love. And I feel like based on that slip of the tongue, something's coming for you. Am I right? So your lyric, my darling, these are just hand-drawn lyrics, channeled lyrics that I made like fucking 4 years ago, threw on shuffle playlist of like 900 songs, and whatever came up and whatever lyrics resonated, I wrote them down. So we have, I know we can make it if we take it slow. Okay. I don't know why I'm putting it there because no one is going to be able to read my handwriting, but that's okay. That's why you have me to translate it for you. And then for the Sacred Rebels, we have be the hunter, not the hunted. Ooh, okay. Oh, this is so exciting. Okay. I love it. And I'm happy and I'm excited, and I hope you're happy and excited. Let's talk about it. So, be the hunter, not the hunted. You love being approached, my darlings. You love, first of all, you love being gassed up. Who doesn't? You love the hype up. Who doesn't? But you also love the safety in being approached, because when you're approached, it gives you the control of the situation to accept, decline, or ignore, basically. And for you, there's too much risk in being the one to approach, because what if you get rejected? That's so scary. My babies, but what if you don't? Right? You get it? Do you get it? You get it. So there is somebody that you have your eye on. It is not somebody that I feel you have communicated with as of yet. But it's somebody that you're very, very interested in. This feels like somebody, your flame is going ballistic, my darlings. It is, whoa. It feels like it's somebody on a platform. They have some sort of, what's the word? Bring it back, spirit. They keep saying circle around them, but it feels like not like a social circle in like the parasocial circle, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, they have, sorry, my throat chakra just fucked the house down. There's so much going on with you, my loves. Okay, ease up. So it feels like they have some kind of platform where they express themselves very freely. They could be musicians, they could be actors, they could be creators, content, creators, They express themselves freely with things that they create. They're not, just reviewing things or just, what do people do on the internet? Anyway, creating. They're expressing themselves. What they create and their claim to fame is what they have made. And they have a very, very decent following. Like they're, across all platforms, they're in a couple mil, and that's pretty cool. But, so you are very drawn to this person. You're very attracted to them. It's not, Spirit's saying it's not delusional. So, and that's important because it's also incredibly blunt and borderline rude, but it's important. Because this draw that you feel to them is real, because they express themselves in a very authentic way. They're not putting on the Ritz, as it were. Putting on airs, but I changed it to putting on the Ritz. They're who they are, and they're very honest about who they are, despite the fact that they are showing who they really are to millions of people. And so the draw and pull and the connection that you feel is very real, because you're feeling that connection to an authentic version of this person. However, it is really out of your comfort zone, my darlings, to expect that anything would happen if you do nothing in this connection. Because your eyes are just on this person, right? This person's here, your eyes just on them. Their eyes are looking out, and they could see you. Absolutely. They could see your interactions and your comments or whatever else. I don't feel as though you're even leaving many comments. You are really in the shadows on this, my darling. They've got you feeling shy. But they also see millions of other people. So how are they supposed to, accurately pick your, like, this isn't, a fan fiction, my darlings. You know what I mean? And it doesn't feel like this is like a mainstream. That sounds mean. They're successful and they work really hard, and there's a lot of pride in their spiritual guides for them because of how far they've come. They will continue to go far, but it's not like it's not Johnny Depp is what I'm saying, right? You get it. So the fact that, like, they just can't see you right now. So be the hunter, not the hunted, means that if you want anything to possibly occur, you would have to make the first step. You would have to, and it's not a matter of sending a message with enough weight to be like, this is going to make them want to marry me. That's not how you would interact with anyone, my love. You would not go to a restaurant and see somebody, sitting at the bar and approach them and be like, this is the conversation where they're going to know they want to marry me, because that's not how things work, my love. you're approaching them, you're introducing yourself, you're starting up a conversation, and you do have a wonderful way with words. You do have a fantastic ability to communicate. You are very, very charismatic. You're very charming. You are able to hold a conversation with anybody. So this is just a person, my darlings. This is just a person that you can talk to. And Spirit is saying, just take the plunge. Like, what do you have to lose? They're not talking to you now. So either they start talking to you or you just move on. But I do feel as though it will take quite a bit of time to build a connection with this person. And that's not to do with the fact that they aren't going to be very attracted to you, very pulled in by you. They absolutely will. It has more to do with schedules. They're very busy. They've got a lot on the go right now that I think, isn't public knowledge. A lot happening. And there's going to be something. There's going to be a spark ignited when you send that message. It's going to take them a little bit to get to it. It's going to take them a little bit to reply. But it's, a spark that lights a fucking powder keg, babe. So, like, don't feel timid. You deeply respect this person. That's really fucking cool. You really, really, really respect them. You really appreciate them. You really enjoy them and what they create. So just let them know, my darlings. This is just a person. It's just a person. Don't make it bigger than that. But you do have to be the one to approach first. And I promise you that I fully understand how intimidating that is. But when it's worth it, my darlings. Okay, let's pull some Psychic Tarot of the Heart. And I feel like, that's so important, my darlings, because when that message was trying to come out, I'm not taking all those. Thank you very much, though. When it was trying to come out, my throat chakra was fucking exploding. Like, it was wild. And then now that the message is out and that you're processing it, you don't like it. You don't like that I said it. And that's okay, my love, because I still adore you. It would have been nicer for me to tell you what you wanted to hear. But I can't always do that, my loves. But it's gonna go good. It's gonna go really good. This feels better than you imagine. It feels so good that it feels like you don't even believe that it's going to be real, because it's going to go so well. Because you're in that place now. You're like, well, what's the point of sending them a message? Like, they're not going to see it. And this is, silly. And I should, like, aim lower. And why aim lower? Why aim lower, my darlings? You're drawn to this person. You feel attracted to this person. You respect this person. You want them to know that you respect and appreciate them. So just let them know. And let that carry on in the way that it's meant to carry on, my loves. No pressure. No big deal. Yeah. Solar plexus chakra. Yeah, my loves. Yeah, this is testing your confidence. And that's not easy for you. We have release and we have seek the truth. So we have 3, 13, and 7. So off the bat, my darlings, along with the owl, goodness gracious, there is so much divine energy surrounding this connection. This person, I will say, is incredibly divinely protected. I don't know if they necessarily know that, because I feel like they've had a lot of tribulation especially in their adolescence. But they are very, very, very well taken care of. But you as well, my darlings, have a very, very, very solid circle of protection, and they're very actively communicating with you, which is wonderful. And I feel like you somewhat know that. I feel like you're getting a lot of numbers. I feel like numbers are a very big thing for you. 3, 17. I meant 7, but I said 17, so that's not by accident. And ones. Big numbers for you, my loves. And 7s, yeah. And so you're aware of the confirmations that you're getting, but you're not aware of the full communication. And I feel like either this is one of the first-ish types of readings that you've gotten on YouTube. I feel like you're just starting to delve into spirituality. Or you did it and then took a very, very long break, and then now you're coming back into it, which is how it happens, my darlings, for everybody, even for me. Even for me, so don't worry about it. But, oh, sorry, I fucked up the whole thing. So tapping more into that connection through readings, that's wonderful. If you feel drawn to getting a deck of your own, my darlings, I'm not feeling tarot specifically. If that's something that calls out to you, go for it. But I feel more like an oracle deck that has like messages at the bottom, so something you can flip and it has a concise message at the bottom, so you don't have to, you know, try and like intuitively interpret the imagery or refer to the guidebook or blah 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 blah. You want like a, you know, a message deck that you can get for self readings to connect with spirit. And it feels like with the solar plexus chakra here, it feels like this is something that normally is vivacious for you. It's glowing. She's blinding. We love it. And it feels like it's not struggling, but it's kind of like a firefly. Like it's kind of like blinking on and off now. And it feels that way because of this situation, because it feels like the way that you have discovered this person, the way you've come across their platform, despite their fame, despite their notoriety, despite their audience, you literally just stumbled into their garden and you're like, where the fuck am I? And then you saw them and you're like, oh my God. So very much divine intervention on that part, my darlings. And you feel this draw, and it's making you really restless. Root chakra stuff as well. I just got this like really sharp pain in my tailbone. So root chakra stuff as well. So you're feeling very unsettled, ungrounded. You're feeling very groggy, very tired, very restless. You know, you're not sleeping when you should sleep, so you want to sleep when you shouldn't sleep. It feels like you're very used to, or very much wanting to have like a concise routine for your self-care, and it just feels like right now it's so hard to get that jump started. And you just feel so foggy, you're irritable, all of these things that you're just like, this just doesn't feel right. So reconnecting to your solar plexus chakra, my darlings, and I feel like taking the plunge of confidence will help with that as well, and just reclaiming yourself, coming back into yourself, utilizing your creativity and expressing yourself freely. Because it does feel like you have a creative inclination as well, which is part of, I think, why you respect and appreciate this person so much. And release, yeah, just let go of the things that you're holding on to, and the fear. There's so much fear and worry, and I keep hearing somebody say, like, what's the worst that could happen? Like, this will be fine. What's the worst that could happen? And it is going to take time, and I know that's bothersome for you, my darlings, because you are people that like results right away. This is fixed sign energy in this group. This is fire sign energy in this group. You like to see the fruits of your labor instantly. Especially Leo. I'm hearing a lot of Leo. And it'll come, my darlings. It'll come, and it's gonna be good. This feels like a connection that's going to be great. It's just going to move a lot slower than you're used to. And that's not for any reason other than that's just the path that it's on right now, my darlings. This is a person who has a lot of obligation and will make you an obligation, but also does have a lot of other obligation as well. Okay, let's pull the energy oracle. But yeah, you definitely have your eye on them online, on social media, on the Instagram or the TikTok or the dippity-doo or the whatever the fuck. Okay, so we have I don't know why I'm flipping them over this way. 6 chakra Archangel Metatron, Magician in the Mirror, Action, abso-fucking-lutely, and 17. Oh my God, I love when that happens. Okay. And adjacent possibilities. Hee. Got excited there. Got a little, lost my cool. So 6 chakra Archangel Metatron, my darlings. This person, despite the fact that I don't feel as though they are consciously super connected to their spirituality. They do have, as I said, massive divine protection and are incredibly intuitive. So I feel like to some degree, they know of you. They've either had like, they can feel their heart chakra opening as of lately. So they're getting, you know, some like chest, not chest pain, but like chest, like almost pressure, I guess. Like something that like how you would feel if like you know, gently pressed your hand to your chest kind of a thing. Or in the back, that same feeling, or like a heat blooming, like in the center of the back. A lot of headaches as well. They've been having a lot of headaches, third eye stuff. Dreams. They've been having dreams about, it feels like it's dreams about other people, but it's people, you know, getting married. It's them like watching people, you know, just exist in very happy love together. And their subconscious being like, something's coming, get excited. Wonderful stuff. Okay, yes. And this is so nice. So action, I definitely see you. I know you don't necessarily believe it right in this moment, my darlings. I feel like by the end of this reading, it might be enough to hype you up. But right now, as it stands, you're like, no, I can't possibly do it. You're nervous. You're shy. That's okay. And, but I do see you one day just sitting in thought and just being like, what's the worst that could happen? Because I keep fucking hearing that over and over and over again. And just going for it. Just writing up a message, sending it, and then closing all the app, turning off your phone, throwing it out the window. No, but you close the app and you're like, whatever happens now is what happens. So don't be in a place of fear after it, my darlings. I don't see you in a place of fear after it. I see you very much proud of yourself. You're like, I did it. And that's amazing. That's beautiful energy. But then also don't be afraid of like, well, what happens now? Because what happens now is exciting, my darlings. It's exciting. It takes time. It takes time. And they have to, it feels like they kind of have to find you, which is, you know, would make sense considering their following and, you know, their obligations and their schedule. It's kind of like, okay, I have, you know, like this hallway, I have this door I have to go into, and then this door I have to go into, and then I have to look through here. But then they find you, like you're this glowing light. They're going to you anyway. They're just getting distracted, sidetracked. I shouldn't say distracted, sidetracked for a few moments. So, but good things. And I fucking love this connection, I'm gonna say, because I'm just getting such a feeling of perfect duality in the two of you. I mean, the horse is here, the black and white horse, and we have the ice and the fire, and I'm seeing like moon and sun. It's such a beautiful, harmonious connection between the two of you, because you two are very much individuals. You're like, is this Dragon Ball Z? What am I doing with my hands? It's very much, oh, my loves, I haven't slept in so long, and then I slept too much, and now I feel silly. Very much two people who are individuals. You have your own experiences, you have your own personalities. You are different in a lot of ways, especially I'm seeing the ascendant. So a lot of like how you come off to people is incredibly different. But when it comes down to it, there's so much similar in the core aspects of who you are as people that really, really, really help this connection thrive. Because you get each other. And this is a person I feel, especially as they've grown in fame, who is not somebody that feels really understood. I shouldn't say is really understood, because there are people that have understood them, but they very seldom feel authentically understood. And you make them feel authentically understood. And I feel like they just fucking adore you. They think you're so funny. They think you're so sweet. They think you're so goofy and adorable and charming and fucking intelligent and gorgeous and sexy and all of these wonderful things. And they're just so pulled into you, and they're so grateful for the fact that they've connected with you. And it feels like if you have the patience to accept that this will move slower than your previous connections if you've had them, or if you haven't had a previous connection, how you anticipate a connection will move. And you take the plunge of just sending something their way and letting it sit and letting it happen as it's meant to happen when it's meant to happen, my darlings, and not sitting and waiting, but carrying on and doing what you do and knowing that that is going to go where it's meant to go. I see this being a very, very, very wonderful connection. I see this even being a life partner, if that's something that you're looking for, my darlings. If not a life partner, then a very, very long, very transformative relationship. One of those ones where, you know, okay, this message must be for a select few, because I feel like most of you are looking for that life partner, or even if you're not looking actively for a life partner, this turns into a life partner and you're just together for fucking forever. But for those of you who aren't, you know, maybe looking for somebody permanent, maybe you're happy with it, but, you know, there's something, I don't know. Maybe there's some of you who after a while you have to let people go. You just can't feel the need to hold on to people forever. That's not how you believe the ebb and flow of life is supposed to go. So for those of you who feel like that, this feels like a very transformative, very long relationship, and a relationship that you think back on forever, very fondly. But for most of you, I do feel as though this is a lifelong connection. Okay, let's pull from there's so many noises happening in this reading. I can't fucking shuffle this deck. It's too big and my hands are too small. Da, 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 da. Oh my god, I'm making a mess. Okay, hang on. Everybody hold on. Everybody calm down. This is so exciting though. This is really sweet. You really, 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 really respect and adore that person. My ring is falling off. And they're gonna feel it, and it's gonna feel different, because they get a lot of commentary about people being like, oh, I love you, I love what you do, thank you for doing what you do. And it means a lot. It's very sweet. It comes from the heart, and it's very meaningful. It's very, very, very touching to this person to receive those messages. But there's something in the way that you say what you say, and in what you say, that it just sparks something in them. They have to, you know, reply, and they have to start something, and then you go with it. You're gone. You're going. And then there you go. And I feel like it even moves, excuse me, after a after a few interactions on the platform that you reach out to them on social media, they want to talk to you more and more easily. They don't want to have to go through, you know, all this hallway and look through all these other messages and comments and stuff to find you. So it moves to a more private platform where you guys can talk. Yeah, and I feel like trust it's imperative to this person. This person needs to be able to trust people, and doing what they do, it's difficult. It's difficult to know off the bat who to trust, you know? It's not as easy as finding a connection and boom, you know, this is probably somebody I can trust. Like, they are a person who has, you know, a fan base that is quite invested in them. So yeah, just things go a little bit slower. Just be patient with them, my darlings. It'll all work out in the end. And I feel like it'll be better for the patients. It'll be better for you too, because of how loud my dog is being, but also because you are being fixed sign energy that I'm feeling very strongly, and being a bit of cardinal energy as well, but also fire sign energy. Like, you want results now. You don't like to take things slow. You like to see the result. But sometimes things don't need to burn bright and fizzle out, my darling. Sometimes, you know, the fire can be slow to start, but then it can burn down everything. So we have be authentic, be real and true to who you are and how you feel. Holy fucking shit, absolutely. Speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. I'm gonna scream. And then we have receive with love and appreciation. Gracious acceptance is a way to show love. Yeah. Oh, that's so cute. I fucking love this deck. This is the Whispers of Love. Beautiful. 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 Yes. So exactly what we were talking about the entire reading, my darlings. Just be yourself. Your words have a lot of power to them. Your ability to communicate has a lot of power to them. You will stand out to this person in a way that you are meant to as an individual. And there's something there. You both know there's something there. So just allow there to be something there. And I feel like the way that this person, certainly in the beginning stages of your dynamic and eventual relationship, is different than what you're used to. And again, if you haven't been with somebody before, different than what you expect. The way that they show affection is different. The way that they give affection is different. The way that they can be with you is different. They will make a lot of time for you. They are very romantic people. They are very loving people. They are very supportive. They are very present. They are very caring. They are very nurturing. But they do also have a career. So being understanding of that and being understanding of their life and how you take a place in that life and the importance of taking a place in that life. Because I'm going to be honest with you, my darlings, this is not a person who has people in their lives who they don't want in their lives. They are cordial, they're polite, all that good and fine and great, but they are not somebody who allows people close to them if they don't fully trust those people, fully want those people, or will accept those people. So just recognizing that you've got something very, 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 very special, very unique, something that nobody else has, something completely your own with this person, and appreciating that. I feel like, excuse me, the full moon, I feel like the first time you connect is going to be on or like 2 days before, 2 days after a full moon. It could also be in the winter months in the northern hemisphere. So that is November to, I live in Canada, so it's fucking 6 months of the year. But we'll say November to like early March. Or smack dab at the end of summer. So late July to very, 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 very early September is when it feels like you'll, and that could be a timeline as well for like succession of events. Like maybe you first talk to them, you know, in the winter months, and then you connect with them on a full moon, and then you have an established relationship in the summer, blah, 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 blah. You know, individual stuff, my darlings. Is there anything else, my loves? They give me a shiver and they tell me no. This is so exciting. I am so excited for you guys. This is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. Wonderful energy, wonderful connection here. I am so excited for how this connection goes. It feels like such a fucking fairy tale. It feels so, like, it's just, what a wonderful thing to have a connection with somebody and be living a life that you can hardly believe is real, because it's so much better than anything you could have ever hoped for, and so much better than anything you could have wanted. And it's wonderful. And you are so encouraged by spirit, my darlings, and you are wonderful, and they're going to know you're wonderful. And you should allow them to know that you think they're wonderful, because wonderful things will happen. And that's very exciting. All right, my loves. That's your reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know by leaving a comment. I love talking to you guys. Love hearing from you. Love the chit chat. Love the laughs. If the reading resonated, my energy resonated, please subscribe. All of my links for more information on private readings. I have the ones in the Etsy store, but you can also email me at the email below if you want like a more individual reading, or a reading different from the ones I offer in the Etsy store. I don't know if people know they can do that. Probably because I've never mentioned it. But you can if you want to. And my link for Instagram is down below as well. Trying to be more active on there. And that should be interesting. But thank you for being here with me, my darlings. I love you all. Bye. Hello, 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 my beautiful darlings. This is your reading on what is next for you in love. What's happening in love? For starters, we have these cards that I made many years ago. Don't remember what any of them say. It was channeled writing through on a playlist, and whatever jumped out at me, I wrote it down. And I don't often use them because, I don't know, I just don't often feel called to them. But I grabbed them because I felt called to them, and actually thought it was a different deck, but then it ended up being this one. And I was like, well, nothing is coincidence, so there we go. And yeah, so let's look. I'm the best you'll never have. Holy fucking shit. All right, the confidence, my darlings. Okay, 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 okay. All right, so it feels like never is underlined too. Holy shit. Makes a lot of sense. Again, timeless reading, but we are coming out of the Leo full moon. And a Leo knows their worth, my darlings. A Leo knows their fucking worth. You do not treat a Leo less than they deserve to be treated, or less than they believe they deserve to be treated, because they don't have the time for that. This self-respect is beyond. And it feels like this is the energy that you have now that you're coming out of, and you're really coming out of a high place of confidence. It feels like I'm getting somebody who disrespected you. I'm getting, in some instances, a third-party situation where you were just like, no, 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 not a fucking chance. The truth came out in some capacity in a past connection that was either a developed connection or a connection that didn't have a chance to develop yet. And you're like, no, absolutely fucking not. Not something I'm dealing with, not something I'm accepting, not something I would ever entertain. And you're sitting in your power, my darlings. And then for the Sacred Rebels, we have free from judgment, free to love. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Yes. So it feels like this connection that you have just moved away from. It feels pretty recent. I'm feeling that it's not more than 2 years. That you've been separate from this negative energy over here. But it feels like this is a person who was really well, they feel like a snake in the grass. I'm just going to say it. You're thinking it. I'm thinking it. Spirit's saying it. We're all feeling it. And it feels like they could really put on a show. And, you know, they had a good job, made good money, dressed well, acted respectful and polite. So it feels like their reputation was quite good. So the fact that you then had to be like, no, that's a fucking scoundrel over there. And, you know, there were some people who didn't believe, oh, the throat chakra, believe you. Believe you. Okay. And those are not people that, you know, that you need to entertain, my darlings. You know the truth. You spoke the truth accurately. If people wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt solely for the fact that, you know, they drove a nice car and wore nice clothes, like, you know what I mean? So you did the right thing, my darlings. You put your self-respect over any other unwarranted opinion. And I do feel as though there were people who very strongly loved and supported you and said, no, absolutely not. This is not okay. You did the right thing. Whatever you need, I'm here for you. That's your good circle, my darlings. That is your circle of trust. It doesn't necessarily feel like the bigger circle is a bad circle, but I feel like it's very offensive to you that they didn't initially believe you, that's valid. And so they will come around. I feel like there's going to be some sort of, especially ones that still have a connection to this person, there's going to be some sort of realization that comes to, or they're shown something that says, oh shit, I should have believed them. They were right about this person the whole time. And I don't feel that you're consciously holding back on moving forward, but I feel like there's kind of a subconscious worry, especially because it feels like some of the people that sided with this previous person are parents or close family members. And so it feels like there's this kind of, you know, fear of like, well, if I move on, like, are they going to say something? Are they going to make me look bad in front of this person? And I feel like this is confirmation that that is not their place to do that. And so they will not be doing that, my darlings. And even if they attempted to do it, which I don't feel as though they would, but even if, you know, holidays, people, you know, get in the red wine, things get crazy. But I feel as though the person that I'm seeing you connecting to, it wouldn't affect their opinion of you, my darlings. This person feels very good at reading people, very able to understand people, which it's not even, it's a skill they have, but it's not even that, because you are so blatant in your authentic self and the nature of who you truly are, that the things people would say just wouldn't, oh my goodness gracious, okay, wouldn't connect with this person, because they're like, no, that's not who they are. I know who they are. And what a wonderful feeling. What a wonderful freeing feeling to be seen exactly as you are. And oh, there's 4 here. Am I taking all 4? I might as well take all 4, right? But beautiful heart chakra energy here, my darlings. I mean, we have the psychic tarot of the heart, which is all heart chakra energy, but we also have the green here. And was your color green? It's blue. Well, fuck. Okay. Well-deserved reward. Abso-fucking-lutely. Absolutely. You're coming into connection with a fucking gem. Dedicated effort. Lordy. Lordy. New vitality. Oh my gosh. And coming together. Oh, the confirmation. Please, please. The fact that it's the only green one. Okay. I just got a lot of warmth spreading up my... Not what you think I'm going to say. Spreading up my, like, not spine. Is it pineal gland? No, because your pineal gland's your forehead. But pineal gland, is it also at the base of the neck? Anyway, spreading up the base of the neck is what I'm trying. Nape of the neck. Maybe also pineal gland. I don't know. And this is wonderful. This is so exciting, and Spirit is so excited for you because you've taken the time, my darlings. It feels as though you've taken the time and you've just not even worked on yourself, because you're like, I don't need to work on myself. You were single after this situation and you enjoyed being single. You reconnected with yourself in a beautiful way. You had time for yourself. You were allowed to make yourself an obligation again, which is beautiful, and you should continue to do that regardless of your relationship status, my loves. And I do feel someone coming in hot. And this is very exciting. And I felt it even just with that Free to Love card, because it felt like Spirit just being like, don't worry about what anybody says or thinks. Who fucking cares? This is you. This is your life. This is your connection. And this feels like a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful person. So strong and secure and protective and reassuring, incredibly loyal, would never do you wrong. Caring, nurturing. You build something very beautiful together. For those of you that want children, this is the person that you're going to have children with. Or for those of you that already have a child or children, this is somebody who adds so much, not only to your life, but to your child's life as well. And it's such a loving, beautiful way. Very much a caretaker energy, very much I keep hearing parental energy, but that does, I guess so. Just in like those kinds of qualities, like very thoughtful, very caring, always there for you when you need them, reassuring, loving, protective, nurturing, knows you better than anybody else, understands you, listens to you, cares for you, is always there for you. Did I already say that? I feel like I did, but I gotta say it again. It also feels like there's something to do with driving. So I feel like you might not know how to drive, or you might not like driving, because it feels like this person loves driving and is happy to drive you anywhere you may please. A lot of time spent in the car with them as well. And it's such a new, fresh start. It's like, it's not even a matter of being like, oh, I'm so thankful I don't have, this isn't the shit that I dealt with before. It's like you don't even remember the shit that you dealt with before after a few months of being with this person, because this is a whole new phase of your life. It's exciting and it's happiness, and it feels so good to know that, like, oh shit, this is how I deserve to be treated. This is how I deserve to feel in a connection. And it's the exact feeling, but amplified, that you allowed yourself to feel when you were single. Cared for, loved, respected, happy, healthy, thriving, glowing, etc. Um, so on and so forth. And you feel that with this person, but more, because you're giving that to yourself, but now somebody else is also adding to that as well, my darlings. And isn't that just beautiful? Okay, let's pull the energy oracle. Also, they really like kissing and nuzzling the back of your neck, which is very healing for your third eye and your root chakra as well, the connection to the spine, which is nice because it's very nice for you to feel grounded. You are people who really thrive on feeling grounded. They told me to stop, so I'm stopping because I can listen sometimes. Not all the time, not often, almost never, but sometimes. Okay, so we have blossoming abundance, please. Please, that coming out right next to well-deserved reward. Holy shit. We have the world. Gorgeous. This is somebody who, and we have financial constraints. Yes. So somebody who I see you traveling a lot with. Either they travel a lot for work, or they're just somebody who has the financial ability to travel and takes you along with them. You're going to see places that you have never thought you would see with this person. Full adventures. Wonderful. It feels like when you meet them, it feels like it's like a switch into a new phase. So it could either be, I'm hearing like the solstices, the new year, lunar new year, on the witches calendar, like the four, not holidays, for like harvests and equinoxes and so on and so forth. Feels like a pinnacle point when you meet them, like a switch up in what is going on. Switch up in the timeline. Or some fucking thing I'm trying to say. Switch up on like the calendar is what I'm trying to say. Switch up in the timeline. You oh my god. Okay. Financial constraints. It feels like this dirtbag from before that we haven't mentioned did something to screw you over. You had some sort of purchase with them, or you loaned them some money, something to do with money. Either they haven't paid the money back, or they fucked up your credit in some way, because it feels like you've been rebuilding that. And so because of that, you're a person who's very generous. You're very generous with your money, with your gifts, with your time, with your love. And it feels like you're hesitant about that, which that's completely fucking valid. Also, 3s are very big confirmation numbers for you, my darlings. 3s and 9s. Because you're like, well, I don't want that to happen again, because that took a lot of time, a lot of work, a lot of effort, and you're still like only just coming out of it, my love. So I feel like that's coming up because I feel like this is a person who is just as generous with their time, money, attention, love, etc., so on and so forth, and they ask you for nothing. Their love language, one of them is giving gifts, and so I mean they're paying for the trips. They're not the type to say no. So if you know, it's not like, don't worry, babe, put that credit card away, it's on me. They will say they're paying, but if it's, you know, something that you're like, no, I really want to pay, it would really make me happy to pay, you've paid for a lot, then they're fully respectful of that, because there's affection in that action as well, in respecting somebody and not, you know, belittling their desire to contribute to the date or adventure or whatever that you're on. Okay, let's pull. This is so lovely, though. This is such a lovely person. This is such an affectionate person. This is, I don't want to shuffle like that. I want to shuffle like this, even though I can't. Oh my God. Thank you. Very, very, very attractive people as well. They look like, I'm seeing, and I guess this is just what does it for you guys, because it's what I'm seeing, it's what's coming up, so, you know. But they look not exactly. They look like someone you would see as, like, the main character in, like a Hallmark movie, or, like, a sappy, like, you know, kind of, like, Christmas romance movie. Like, very conventionally attractive, very, you know, kind of like earlier I was hearing like Sears model. Does Sears still exist? It doesn't exist in Canada anymore. I'm sure it exists somewhere, right? Probably, but that kind of vibe. Just like very neat and tidy and put together, and fit and handsome, beautiful, nice hair. They're just very effortlessly attractive. Yeah. They also wear very comfy clothes. I can see a lot of sweaters. So if you don't live somewhere where they wear sweaters a lot, then just comfy clothing. Very casual. Casual chic. For Whispers of Love, we have love makes the difference. Love helps heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. Oh my God. They really did it with that one, didn't they? Embrace your emotions, allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. And romance, lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection. Okay. Couldn't ask for better confirmations, and I won't ask for better confirmations, because those confirmations were fucking out of this world. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Abso-fucking-lutely. This person adds so much to the life that you've reclaimed. And I'm not getting a lot on how you'll meet. I know we got like the timeline, the, you know, transitional periods in the calendar. But other than that, I feel like it's going to be a really happy surprise, because I feel like, again, I feel like you clicked on this for like a, oh my God, what was that? For like a, you know, touch of curiosity type of thing. But it's not like, you're not the types of people who are like, it needs to happen tomorrow. I want to hear that's happening tomorrow. You're just curious. You're like, you wanted to know like what was going to happen with it, you know, where was it going? What, you know, kind of thing. Curiosity. We love to see it. So it feels like literally this is just something where I'm hearing you don't need to do anything. So you don't need to go to a particular place. You don't need to take any action other than everything that you do just by existing. And then this person just, boom, pulled into you, absolute draw into you. And it's beautiful. I can hear them saying they wished for you. I feel like they've wanted like a connection this good and this solid. A very, very heart-centered person, a person who's very in touch with their emotions as well as your own, which I feel like is something different than you had, especially with this person. Cares about your emotions very deeply. Super, super fucking romantic person. Absolutely. A lot of Venus energy here. They love to give you, love to kiss you, love to hold you, love to be they're very present. Like when you're talking to them, they're looking at you, they're listening intently, they're responding, they're continuing the conversation. They're so present when they're with you. And that feels like that's what this image resonates with, where like everything else is kind of blurred and askew, but like all you focus on is these two in the middle, and they're just so pulled into each other. Nothing else exists, you know? There could be 19 bus crashes and a fire beside them, and it's like, what? I love you so much. It's very sweet. It's very, 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 very cute. I do feel as though for timelines, 8 months to 3 years you meet them. And that, I feel like that's such a gap, because it feels like there are people in this group who, you know, you're resonating with the message, but you're resonating differently with how you want this person to come into your life. You know, some of you are like, well, I'm not really ready for that right now. It sounds great. Love it when it happens, but like, I'm happy doing me right now. And then there are others of you who, you know, as time goes on, you're like, okay, I think I'm ready. I think that's a good place for that. And it is so beautiful. Yeah, they wish for you. They're going to dream about you quite a bit in the upcoming, I feel like a year before they connect with you, they start dreaming about you. And it makes them feel like they kind of like know you all, like not like personally, but it's kind of like, oh, do I know you from somewhere? And you're like, no, I don't think so. And they're like, oh, I've seen you in my dreams. No, it's very sweet though. Very lovely. It's a very charming person. Very laid back, very easy, very effortless, very loving. You're doing great, my babies. You're fantastic. I love it. Is there anything else that gives me a shiver and they tell me no? Group Jesus. Group number 2. I hope that you enjoyed that, my loves. I'm just throwing shit all over the place. If you did, please let me know by leaving a comment. I would love to talk to you. Love to hear from you. If my energy resonated, the reading resonated, I can talk. Please subscribe. All of my links for private readings and more information about that and Instagram are down in the description box below. Thank you for being here with me. I love you all. Bye. Hello, 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 my beautiful darlings. Group number 3, I have to say off the bat, there is so much heart chakra energy in this reading. Holy fucking shit. When I was turning around to grab your cards to do this reading, the pressure / bruising feeling akin to what I assume it would feel to be kicked by a donkey right in the center of my back was crazy. So you guys, the heart chakra is bursting open. Like things are, oh my God. Okay, so anyway, this is your reading on what's next in love for you, my loves. And for starters, we have some lyrics. If I love you was a promise, would you break it if you're honest? Oh, what's happening? I don't know what song that's from. Okay. Sacred Fool. Oh, my sweet babies. Oh, my sweet babies. Oh, my loves. You're such gentle, loving, beautiful people. Oh, I can hear someone saying, played you for a fool. And it feels like, oh, okay, it doesn't feel like that. It feels like, oh, my sweet babies. I feel like something's ended recently for you, my darlings, or you can kind of feel the incoming end of a connection, a romantic connection. And for those of you that have already broken up with this person or had this person, you know, you're not with this person anymore, it feels like they've kind of moved on rather quickly. And so you're putting a lot of assumptions into your head, my darlings. You're making a lot of you know, scenarios in your mind that are really, really affecting you negatively, which really makes sense for like the insane pain that I felt in my heart chakra. But it doesn't, I'm hearing it's not what you think. It doesn't feel like what you think, my darlings. And I'm not excusing the behavior of this partner, because it does feel like regardless they ended things in a rather abrupt, blunt way where you don't really have a lot of answers. And I'm going to get you some answers today, my darlings, but it doesn't feel like you're ever going to really have the closure from them that you want. And sometimes that's how things go, my loves. And sometimes we just have to kind of move forward with only the closure that we can give ourselves, and, you know that it's not coming from the source that it should come from. And, but it doesn't feel like you need to be so hard on yourselves, my darlings. It doesn't feel like, yeah, you just don't need to hurt your own feelings so bad, my darlings. For the Sacred Tarot, no, what the fuck are you called? Psychic Tarot of the Heart. We have Seek, Moving on in the reverse. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, but I'm going to turn this around because we're going to have a talkity talk, my loves. And rest and reconsider. Okay, abso-fucking-lutely. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so, yeah. Oh, my sweet babies. So this, you're really entering a time of being with yourself and healing with yourselves, my darlings, and reconnecting with your connection of self and your spirituality, because it felt like that was something that you had a very, 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 I can't make a fist with these nails, but a very tight connection with before. Imagine this was a fist. And being in nature, and I mean, this is, we're all in nature here, and just being on your own, and the comfort in that, because you at one point loved being on your own, loved connecting with yourself, loved connecting with nature and the spirituality of nature. Some of you may be green witches, some of you may be shamans, mystics, some of you may, you know, just find your divine connection through all aspects of nature. And so I'm seeing very much that that's something to reconnect with, my darlings, to meditate. I feel like you're going to get a lot of comforting signs through nature once again. And moving on, my loves, this is not how the reason that this ended is not for the reason that you believe it is. I don't feel as though there was any infidelity. I don't feel as though there was any, you know, kind of lying. I do feel as though it was rather immature for this person to end things so abruptly and with so few answers for you. But I don't feel as though your head's in overdrive, my darlings. Mutable energy in this reading for you, my loves. But moving on, and it's like, just go forward. You don't have to reach a destination. And I feel like that was part of the reason that you clicked on this reading, was like, you know, you wanted the destination of knowing, okay, this person's coming in at this time to do this for you, and blah, 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 blah. But I don't feel as though that's the focus, at least not right now, my darlings. We have a couple more decks, but right now it feels like the prevalent message is to just keep going forward. Don't look back. The footsteps are going to be washed away by the tide, so you're not even going to, you know, be able to get back to where you came from. So just keep going forward, and rest and reconsider, especially with the light coming down on this person. So, so, so protected, my darlings. Reconnecting with your Shaun Chakra. Crown chakra as well. Clear quartz, amethyst, sugalite, I believe this is called, the purple stone. Any purple stone, really. And incorporating that somehow into your daily life. So putting it under your pillow where you sleep, putting it by your bed, having it in your hands, even getting like one of those for your phones, the like handle pop things that people have with a stone on it, something that you have around you pretty well all the time. But just, yeah, allowing yourself, you're not sleeping, my darlings, you're awake too much, you're restless. So really allowing yourself to be everything that you need in this moment. Knowing, you know, looking at the clock and being like, it's 2 a.m., I should go to sleep. But then being like, maybe if I watch 3 seasons of this funny show, things will be nice. But like, no, my darlings, be like, no, okay, it's 2 a.m., we're going to sleep. And gradually kind of building yourself back up from that, my loves, because this is a healing process. This takes time, and you have to go through the motions of it, my darlings. And I'm sorry, I know that's not what you want to hear. I know you wanted me to say something like, you know, you'll feel better by tomorrow, but it's a healing process, my loves. These things take time. Breakups fucking suck. They suck so bad. And I'm sorry that it's something that you've gone through, my loves, but I can hear very clearly better things coming, but you need to allow yourself to do the healing and to feel the emotions as well, my darlings, instead of just being overwhelmed by them, you know? Walking through the tide instead of, you know, ignoring the tide, turning your back to the water, and then having a huge wave come and crash over you, and you have to struggle to get out of it. Nines as well, my darlings, are confirmations of spirit confirmations for you. Okay, so for the energy oracle, oh, beautiful, yes. 6th chakra, Archangel Michael, absolutely, absolutely. Angel of love, absolutely. And I don't want both. Do I want top or bottom? Top, and door to spirit, please. The divine affection here with you, my darlings, is gorgeous. This is so beautiful. You have somebody very, 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 very close in spirit. Could be a parent or grandparent, or a very close friend of a parent or a sibling of a parent. Someone very close who really took care of you, watched over you, even some of you perhaps an older sibling, or a sibling that was very watchful and protective of you. Looking after you, my darlings, and they are so close. I can hear them. It's just so comforting. It's like when, you know, you're upset and you're standing there and you don't really want to talk about what, you know, the fact that you're upset. You don't know what to say and you feel kind of lost and you feel upset, and they just kind of hold out their arms and they're like, come here. I can see them doing that. I can hear them doing that. So taking comfort in that, my darlings, knowing that you are very divinely protected. This was not what was meant to carry on for you, my darlings. It was a good connection, and I feel like, you know, you got good things out of it. I don't know if necessarily right now you are aware of that or can even really recall the good things, but there were good things that came out of it. Very protected, my darlings. And I do see the next one being the fully right one, but I'm saying that with the additional reminder of the fact that, you know, that's not meant to be your comfort. That's not meant to be your reason for healing. You're meant to be your reason for healing. And I'm not going to give a timeline, my darlings, in this reading for you because, again, I don't want that to be your focus. I want you to be your focus, but I do want you to know that there will be another. So don't beat yourself up about that, because I feel like that's something you're very hard on yourselves for, because you feel like gorgeously wonderful people, but you are timid and you don't really, you know, go out a lot, and you don't have a lot of opportunities to meet people. It feels like this past person was like a, you know, a friend, excuse me, a friend, a pre-existing connection that then turned into a relationship. And so there will be someone else. I feel as though if you do what you need to do for yourself in this timeline, the next person will be the person that the person that you're with for good. So that doesn't mean you can, you know, hop on Tinder tonight and click on the first person and then, you know, it doesn't work out and you're like, well, she said that this be the person. That's not what I'm talking about, my darlings. Focus on yourself right now. Focus on moving forward. Focus on healing. Focus on returning to yourself, reclaiming yourself. Focus on bringing yourself back to who you are, reconnecting, especially some of you, with your spirituality. It feels like those of you, my, you know, my green witches, my intuitives, my empaths, my so on and what have yous, have disconnected from your spirituality in the time that you were with this person, just because you were preoccupied. So this is your time to come back to that and find comfort in that, because I mean, with these 3 cards coming out, my loves, Archangel, Angel, and Door to Spirit, there is so much divine affection and divine love and protection around you, my darling. So just allow yourself to feel that, and meditating as well. Also, I'm hearing like harp and flute music is very, that could be something that you used to listen to a lot when you would meditate or when you're sleeping, to go back to that as well. I'm also hearing Yo-Yo Ma, like the name Yo-Yo Ma. What does Yo-Yo Ma play? Oh, the cello, maybe? Or the violin? Sorry, Yo-Yo Ma. I don't know what you play. But yeah, things are going to be good, my darlings. They're going to get really, really, really good. And the fact that the Angel of Love is holding this, you know, glowing, beautiful heart, and the fact that now my heart chakra no longer feels like I was falcon punched, but rather very warm and soothed and healed, confirms that yes, you will. You're gonna get past this, and you're going to feel good and whole and happy and wonderful again. And you will also have your sense of self back, which is really important to you. And I don't know if you remember how important it is to you. But yeah, that's the process that you're in now, my darlings, is just to I'm hearing take all the time you need for your healing as well. And yeah, it's gonna get better. You're going somewhere very good with Spirit holding the door open there. Going somewhere very good. Also, blue and white birds and blue and white feathers are going to oh my god, be your confirmation. They say keep shuffling. Okay. Maybe they just like to see me struggle, because it's really hard for me to shuffle this deck. Ah. Okay. Thank you. I feel like you want to go in the middle, and that's why you flew out there. Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to those you love and act on it. And that is gorgeous, because those you love really jumped out at me as you. Find out what is important to you and act on it. Physical touch, a tender touch can mean so much. Beautiful. Yeah. Especially with the come here. Yeah. And I feel like you guys, I love you. These are powerful words. Yeah. You guys are so loved in the physical and in the spiritual. You're so, 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 so deeply loved. And I feel like you've been kind of holding yourself back, especially from the people in the physical, the connections you have in the physical who adore you. But you need that hug, babies. You need that hug. And so I think allowing yourself, just even once in a while, you know, even a couple times a month, seeing the people that care about you in reality. You know, the people that love you, my darlings, love you in whatever form you come. If you want to go and you just want to sob, or you want to complain, or you want to go and hang out with them and say fucking nothing the entire time, that is fine, because they love you so much that they just want to be with you. They want to show you that they care. They want to give you the hug that you desperately need, my darlings. So reconnecting with your circle through that. And remembering how loved you are, not only by the people in the physical around you, by Spirit, but by yourselves, my darlings, and really investing back into that love of yourself. And it feels like that's what's next in love for you. Directly next is through your healing process, reconnecting with the relationship you have with yourself and doing things that you love with yourself. And for those of you who are witches and spirit, you know, into spirituality, getting back into your practitioner and your rituals and so forth and what have you. Find out what is important to those you love and act on it. Yeah, to you. Do it. Come back to yourselves, my darlings, and things are going to be really good. Did I say harp music earlier? Because that's really fucking cool that came out. I think I did. Harp and flute and whatever the fuck Yo-Yo Ma does. Oh, but I'm sorry you're feeling this way, my darlings, but it's going to be good. Promise. It's going to get easier. Your heart chakra is going to heal. I feel you guys have maybe been dealing with some back pain, or like having a hard time getting comfortable when you're like sitting or lying down. That is going to improve as you go through your healing phase, my darlings. And yeah, turn your focus into yourselves, my darlings, and don't get too lost in thought on scenarios and the worst possible thing, because it just ends up hurting you more. And also journaling. I'm hearing journaling, very important. Or expressing yourself in some way to do with writing. So I feel like that's something that you guys did at one point as well that maybe you don't do anymore. So songs, poetry, stories, books, fan fiction even. Something to allow you to cathartically deal with the things that you're feeling and to get them out so that they don't just stay within you anymore, my darlings. Because you want to be light. You want to be light as air. And not be bogged down by the emotions that you don't need to carry anymore, my loves. Also, I feel like there's a movie that you're watching on repeat, something like Pride and Prejudice or Princess Bride or Titanic or Romeo and Juliet or um, like those kind of like period romances that are like very emotional, very, very sappy. Bridgerton, even, I'm hearing. I don't know. I've never watched Bridgerton, so I don't know the deets on that, but you're watching it on like repeat and it's making you really sad. So just take a break from that, my darlings, and find something different to watch. But yeah, you're so loved, my darlings. You're so, so, so fucking loved. So loved. And you just, yeah, come back into that place of love for yourselves, my darlings, and it's going to be wonderful. I promise. Just got a shiver with that one. If you get a shiver, confirmation of spirit, my darlings, especially for hugs. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, my loves, group number 3, you sweet, beautiful angels. I wish you all of the wonderful things that you deserve and all of the healing that you are so worthy of. And things are going to be good for you. Swearsies. Hand to heart, swearsies. If the reading resonated, my energy resonated, my darlings, you can let me know by leaving a comment or subscribing. Beautiful community we have here. Very, very loving. If you need some reassuring words or affection or an excess of heart emojis from this girl, then this is the place to share if you feel called to do so, my darlings. But very loved. I hope that you remember that. I hope you reclaim it back to yourselves, my darlings. My links for private readings and Instagram are down below in the description, my loves, if you need any of that stuff. Thank you for being here, my darlings. I wish you all of the best, and I love you. Bye. Hello, 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 my beautiful loves. What did my throat just do? My throat chakra is very, very wily in this reading today. Anyway, group number 4, my darlings, last but not least, my beautiful beloveds, this is your reading on what is next in love for you. So for starters, we have the, this isn't a the anything, it's the channeled messages song lyric card thing that I wrote forever ago. If you love me, let me go and bring it into form. Okay, beautiful, 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 beautiful. This is the Sacred Rebels Oracle. I always have the decks that I use listed in the description box below. Okay, this is interesting because this feels like in juxtaposition for the last reading that we got, this feels like you, my sweet beloveds, have ended a relationship with somebody, and this feels like it's different timelines. I'm getting a few months to, it's been, you know, several years that you haven't been with this person. But I feel like they're having a really fucking hard time letting you go. And I don't mean that in like an affectionate way where it's like, oh, they just can't let you go. Like, it's really fucking annoying and you're bothered by it and you don't like it. And I feel like that is important because it feels like, bring it into form, you're just going, my darlings. Like, you are not meant to give them the option anymore or the choice. You're not meant to hold yourself back anymore. And I feel like this is a person who has their vices that they are coping with. I'm seeing very addictive behaviors and codependent behaviors. And that's not the energy that you want to carry with you, my darlings. And you're not meant to. You were with this person and you ended it, and they don't need to hang off your legs anymore and drag you down. Like, just keep going forward, my loves. You have full permission, I'm hearing, to move forward, and you don't need to feel guilty about that, because it feels like you want more for yourselves and you want better for yourselves, and you just want to go forward. You're like, I don't want to be here anymore. And it's interesting because this footprint, like in the sand, it just feels to me, no, they say keep shuffling, like oh, okay, thank you. They literally meant shuffle once and we'll do the rest, baby. It feels like quicksand. It's like if you stay here, like you're gonna get stuck. And I feel like that's kind of the pattern of behavior you have with this person, where it's like, okay, you know, they seem to be in a rough place, and you know, I'll stay with them, but then you get bogged down, and then it's really hard to start back up and continue walking again. And this is not somebody that you're meant to do that for anymore, my darlings. It's not your responsibility anymore. You've given them time, you've given them love, you've given them resources, and you know, the knowledge required to help themselves. And it's really time for you to free yourselves from that. And you don't need to beat yourself up about it, because you're allowed to be happy. It's not your responsibility to diminish your happiness for this person that you're no longer in a relationship with. You've done all you can for this person, is what I'm saying. And it's time to move forward, my loves. I feel like you've even had a couple of suitors, or whatever the fuck they're called, options, reach out to you, or people ask you out on dates, or people, you know, trying to connect with you, and either it happens and then it fizzles out quickly because you know, this person calls you or has a situation that they need help with, or you don't even get to the connection because of the same reason. And it's like, don't just, no, my darlings, no. Guilt-free, you're allowed to move forward from this. It's not your responsibility. I just keep hearing that. It's not your problem, and it's nothing is yours to carry. It's not your fault. It's not your issue. It's not your situation. And regardless of what they may say, my darlings, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like something you should stick around. It doesn't feel like something you should keep going with. You're meant to move forward. You're meant to keep going. Don't get stuck in the quicksand. You're meant to carry on, my darlings. For the Psychic Tarot of the Heart, my loves, we have solar plexus chakra, absolutely. We have manifest, gorgeous. We have choose your battles. I mean, come on now. And we have move, please. Please. Yeah. Feels like there is somebody very, 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 very close to you. Somebody that might even have their eye on you already. Just in the day-to-day, it could be a coworker. It could be somebody who, you know, if you live in like an apartment building, or if you live like close to your neighbors, somebody that sees you like regularly and just, you know, is very interested in you, but doesn't also really know like kind of what to gauge based on your, you know, relationship status, because you're with this person quite often, or you're busy with this person, or blah, 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 blah. But it feels like this is somebody very close. They're just kind of at a standstill right now, because it's like they don't really know what to make of it. So solar plexus chakra, my darlings, yeah, you really need to just have that moment of confidence to say like, no, I'm done. And I know you've said that a couple times before, but this time you're going to mean it, my loves, and you're going to be done. Because this is not, it's not good for you. And you don't deserve to be dragged down by this person's, you know, choices and so forth and what have you. And it's not fair for them to, there's no love in holding somebody back for the sake of only not wanting to lose them. That's not an act of love or affection. That's an act of selfishness, and it's not what you're worthy of. And you want something better, and something better is coming. Excuse me. And I feel like sevens as well, my darling. Sevens, ones, and threes, very, very important numbers for you. Confirmations of the messages today, but also confirmations of Spirit's protection over you, my loves. And it feels like it will not be long after you really set the boundary of, okay, no. Excuse me. Once that message got out, the throat chakra cleared like that, absolutely. And you're like, no, I'm done, moving forward, carrying on with your life. It gets easier the longer you do it, my loves. And then 3 to 7 weeks or months after that, this person kind of is like, oh, okay, I guess they're single now, or I guess, you know, let's just, or they get just the, you know, the gall to just approach you and be like, hey, what's up, etc., etc. Are you seeing anybody? Blah, 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 blah. Do you want to go grab lunch? Yada, 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 yada. And it feels like this is such a, it feels so light. this connection. It feels so airy. It's not something you're familiar with. It's something that's it's effortless, and you don't even know how to process that, because how is this so easy? How is it so effortless? How are you able to, not be in devastated anguish 99.9% of the relationship? And they make it easy. And it feels like a really, really, really destined connection. It feels like a soulmate connection. I do feel as though this is somebody who you've known in a past life before. It's very easy. It's very effortless. It's very familiar. It's very safe. It's secure. It's protected. It's loving. It's gorgeous. Let's pull some energy oracle. And I feel like this isn't a matter of like, it's not like you're going to have to be looking over your shoulder the rest of your life. It feels very much like when you set, thank you, my darlings, when you set the boundary for this person, that's it. Because it's what they've, needed. It's what they've not been waiting for consciously, but been waiting for, of like, okay, they set the boundary. That's it. I'm also getting a lot of warmth up my left ankle, on the side of my calf and the back of my calf. So if you feel that, my darling's confirmation for you. It also could feel like, it feels like when you've kind of got like, you're sitting on the couch with somebody and you've got your like legs over their lap and they're kind of like, rubbing your leg affectionately. That's how it feels with this person. So for the energy oracle, my darlings, we have Deceit, Magician, and the Mirror, and Contract. Gorgeous. Yeah. So Magician in the Mirror is beautiful because it feels like such divine intervention, but it also feels like, especially because this is talking about a romantic connection, it feels like this is a matter of two people who perfectly balance each other out. We have fire and ice. Like, they're so complementary. They work so well together. They're so different, but they just combine beautifully. It's endless what you can create when you combine those two energies. And that's how it feels. And it feels beautiful. It also feels like they're really going to like kissing the top of your head or your forehead, or petting your hair, or having like holding your head like against their shoulder, or snuggling with you, because they're very attentive to your crown chakra, which is very beautiful. And they don't feel like they're consciously somebody who's very spiritually aware, but they are subconsciously incredibly spiritually aware and incredibly intuitive. And I feel like that's kind of initially like how their attention became drawn to you, is just like there's something that pulls you. What is this action? Their attention is pulled to you because of what you've been going through, and they could kind of, this sense like they had a very protective energy towards you since the get-go. Not in like a creepy weird way, not in like I have to protect this person, but just in like I hope they're okay kind of an energy. And there's a lot of affection in that energy, and there's a lot of protection in that energy. Very balanced relationship, super 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 effortless. Does feel as though you could meet this person in an office, somewhere with a lot of paperwork and a lot of like books / computers. I'm also hearing something to do with money. I feel like maybe you're thinking of pursuing legal action for the money that this person owes you. And there's two messages here. One, if you haven't pursued it yet, and you're kind of undecided of, oh, should I do this? Should I not do it? I feel like for those of you who are in that situation, it feels like, a decent amount of money, but not enough money that it's like affecting your life. It just sucks to lose it. But I feel as though it's better to let that go and not have to interact with this person and not have to go through any legal battles with this person and just move past it. But for those of you who are in the process of a legal battle with this person, I do feel as though it's going to reach resolution soon, and the resolution is going to be very much in your favor. In the next 6 to 7 months, you're going to have that money back. And then that'll be done. And then you'll be done with this person. And then that can be your cutoff line. And that can be when you set the boundary for, okay, this is it. I'm done. No more. But yeah, this new connection, very balanced relationship, very beautiful relationship. I feel like now that I've said like, oh, they could be a neighbor. They could be somebody you meet at work. They could be the dog hair on my fucking table. You're trying to think like very hard. You're trying to think of like people who made eyes at you, people you've passed, that you pass regularly, and you can't pinpoint them. And it feels like that's for a reason, my darlings. This person really kind of catches you by surprise when they approach you. But this is beautiful. Very, very, very beautiful. I do feel a grandfather, grandmother energy in spirit with you very closely, my darlings. Okay, let's look more into this next connection with the Whispers of the Heart Oracle, because this just feels cozy. It feels safe. This person feels like home, and you feel like home to them. It's so beautiful. I'm so happy for you guys. This is gorgeous. For those of you that are looking for marriage, this is the person that you marry. Those of you that aren't looking for marriage, this is just a person. I feel like this is a life partner. Yeah, I don't see you guys separating. This is too harmonious and too good and too loving and pleasant to be cut off at any point. So we have true love. This love is once in a lifetime. Thank you, my darlings. This love is once in a lifetime. Why don't I scream? Relationship patterns. It takes strength to recognize the need for change. Oh, what a confirmation she is. And we have be willing to express love to receive love. Absolutely. That's so beautiful. That is so beautiful. Okay, yeah. I mean, couldn't ask for a better confirmation between this card and this card. Absolutely gorgeous. I was going to take this out, but you guys have seen that the whole reading. You know what I'm talking about. And yeah, needs to change. Boundaries need to be set, as well as the glow here on her crown chakra. Like it's what you know and what you've been needing confirmation for. So this is your confirmation for that, my darlings. And be willing to express love. You guys are great in a relationship. You're very dependable. You guys are giving me earth sign energy for sure. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You're giving me Gemini, Libra. You're giving me Pisces. You're giving me Cancer. You're giving a lot of signs. You're giving me Leo and Aries. Very dependable in relationships, very loving in relationships. You're very good at relationships. You love being in relationships. But this just really speaks to, like, with this new person, not holding yourself back, not being in a place of fear, because you know that, what is that sound? You know that this is different, and you know that this person is different, and you know that this situation is different. And so accept that it's going to be different, and don't hold yourself back for the fear that it won't be different, because it is different, my darlings. And understanding that you are never under any obligation. Never, never, never. If people are hurting you, if people are doing, you know, things that are making you feel upset or feel unhappy or feel afraid or anything else, you are under no obligation to be in those people's lives or give them your time, my darlings, because they aren't worthy of it. And it's important for you to remember that to know you and to have you is something special. And it's your choice where those boundaries are set and who gets to have you and who gets to know you. And just because someone did at one point, just because you loved somebody at one point, just because they may love you, you owe them nothing in exchange for that love, my darlings. Because it's not your responsibility to, you know, break even on anything. But very good things coming for you, my darlings. And it's very exciting. Very loving, very warm, very cozy. This is a person who is very cuddly, loves kissing you, loves holding you. You fit really, really well with them. The way that they hold you, even if they're shorter or smaller than you just fit perfectly together. Like really, really, really absolutely meant to be. It's gorgeous. I also feel like they either already live by the water, or you end up living together by the water. Water is very soothing for you, my darlings. Also, I feel like you could connect. Sorry to yell, I got excited. You could connect with them around a holiday celebration. I'm seeing fireworks and like those little sparklers that you hold that go with little, fire, and it's fun. And you're like, is this dangerous? But it's fire, so it's fun. It's okay. Is that just me? I love fire. Yeah, anyway, neither here nor there. But yeah, very good things, my darlings. Is there anything else, my loves? They give me a shiver and they tell me no. I feel like you want more answers about this previous person as well. And I feel like the reason that it's not coming through that I meant to give them to you, my darlings, is because it's not meant to be on your mind. It's not, give them love, wish them well, and let them go, basically, is what it is, my loves. And maybe that sounds harsh, but that's what I'm hearing, because you've given them enough already, and it's time to give back to yourselves. But I wish you all good things, my darlings. Very wonderful connection coming through. That's gorgeous. I feel that. I feel the like little warm, cozy butterflies in my tummy, where it's just like, I like you so much. I'm really happy. It's really cute. It's really, really fucking cute. You guys are awesome. That's amazing. Group number 4, my beloveds. I hope that you enjoyed that. If you did, please let me know by leaving a comment down below. Love hearing from you. Love talking to you. All of my information for private readings and link for Instagram, which is the only social media that I use. I have, I think, all of the other ones because I just didn't want like people going on there and me not having a platform on there and then pretending to be me. So if you see a TikTok, Rose Bloom Readings TikTok with like 3 followers, not following anyone and not having posted, that's me, but I'm not using it. But I do get messages on them sometimes and I do check those. But other than that, I just don't have the energy to use all the different social media. I'm really bad at it. I'm sorry. I know it's bad. It's not good. Like to be, somebody with an online presence and then not have an online presence. I get it. But still, I don't do it. Anyway, Instagram. And anything else? Is there anything else? No. Thank you for being here with me, my darlings. I love you all. Bye.